All right, it's time for the fun part where we get to start modifying our test scripts to make them more flexible. So, as the first step in this process, we're going to create a spreadsheet with the ultimate goal of reading from that spreadsheet and writing to that spreadsheet. In this step, we're going to mainly focus on setting up the spreadsheet and then importing it at the beginning of our test script and exporting it at the end. So here in Excel, let's go ahead and create some columns. I think the easiest to showcase this will be the login part of the flight application. Instead of having us type in those values, we'll just read them from a spreadsheet. So we'll do user and password, and it would be Jeanette and Mercury. And I'm just going to save this to my desktop. I saved it, I guess I kind of skipped over that part. I saved it as an XLS file. If you are using QTP version 11 like I am, then you'll want to use that. If you're using UFT, then you can use the standard XLS file, which I can't quite see. So the standard is this one. You would, for UFT, you would save it as that. But for us, we'll want to go ahead and use the XLS file. So we're going to use the DataTable object to import the spreadsheet, and we did our object name DataTable. And then if you do period, it will bring up a list of methods it identifies for that object. So as you can see, we can just click on import. It's a handy way of, if you don't know the exact method but you know the object, you can kind of search through the methods and find what you need. So we're going to do the path to our file. And we're also going to we're also at the end going to export it. So once again, DataTable dot export. Oops. And we're going to do that same base path, but I'm going to actually call it a different name. That way, when we write this file, we're not going to overwrite the original one. It'll actually create a new one. If it doesn't find that one exists already, it will create a new one, which is what I want. That way, it can be helpful to compare the original file that goes into the test with the results one that comes out. If something is going wrong, it can be an easy way to see where. So let's open up our flight, and I'm going to try and run this thing. See here, that's our data table that it imported. It imported it to the global spreadsheet. So the global spreadsheet, that's the one that every action can use. If we imported it to just a local tab, the local action, then only that action could use it. So looks like that worked, and that's how we import and export, and we'll start writing and reading from it next time.